Well, well.
It's extra.
Extra, read all about it. Burn Team Extra on a Saturday. Welcome, family, as we enter into this very interesting scenario.
Yes.
Chika, what the extra is about today?
Alright, so the extra today is about the different strains of the coronavirus, the COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yes, what they will say is the SARS-CoV-2.
So, as the live is now beginning, we want to just, Chika could touch on some of the announcements, the changes, the new things we offering, the new branding, all these different things before we dive deep into the situation at hand.
Yes.
It's Real Talk Extra, and we're not just on time, we're early.
Yes, we are. Hi, Jizan.
Jizan, do not miss a beat.
Yes.
We come on a bit earlier, Jizan is here.
So, announcements, right?
Hi.
Where shall we start? We will start with food because food is always something on people's mind.
Food always on people's mind.
Yes. So, starting from next week, our lunches, our meals will be salads. You're trying to get to the goal of, fat loss. You're trying to eat, a bit healthier, a bit cleaner.
Weight loss journey.
Yes, all those on the fat loss. I had to say fat loss because it's the fat the one to get rid of, right?
Hopefully.
Alright, so we will have salads, Caesar salads, tuna salads, and filet salmon salads. And we still have available the treat yourself breakfast because you can treat yourself every day. Right, so you can get your pancakes, your scrambled eggs, bacon if you like, veggie sausages, or saltfish if you're not really feeling for meat, along with your pancakes.
Along with the what?
Pancakes. You can still have your pancakes because that does not have any, meat.
Really?
In whatever better word.
Okay.
Pancake is not meat, Yeah.
Right.
And we also have fruit cups available, only $10, right? And there's oatmeal muffins. So people order your oatmeal muffins, and your calories will be counted. You can find out, how many calories, and what it is you are getting. So, like for example, the Caesar salad, if you have any vinaigrette, that carry the most calories, right? So, just as we say, the sauces carry the most calories.
So we did do a breakdown of what a salad bowl is supposed to look like, and when we really got to the nitty-gritty of the salad bowl is what we put on top of the salad that makes the difference in the amount of calories being created. Yeah, so again, the thing go.
So that's
it's
one.
Extra, read all about it.
Yes, that is number one announcement for the food. The foodies, and you all know Mother's Day is coming up. We have birthdays coming up. Hi, Celeste.
Yeah, making sure Celeste on the inside all, yeah. Yes,
right?
Mother's Day coming up.
Yeah, so if you all want, you all can place orders for cakes, right? And let us know if you have any dietary needs, any specifics. Let us know. You can get it eggless, and you can get it with eggs, right? So just inbox us to know, what it is you would like to have.
So the topic at hand, very informative topic. Make sure to share the live because it's going to be very informative, a lot of information. It is concerning what?
The variants of COVID-19, right?
So we did hear about this new strain. And we're going to deal with that today. We're going to give you guys some information. And we're really going to get this thing rolling.
Yes. So that's the burn treat side now. The cakes and the sweet stuff.
Nice.
Right. Next we have, you want to get, fit. You want to develop some stability and stamina. Yes. We have aerobics online.
Celeste.
Yes, we have morning sessions. We have morning people, 4:30 to 5:30 in the morning, and in the afternoon is 6 to 7 p.m. So it's only $30 a session. We have packages, so feel free to inbox us if it is you want a weekly package or a monthly package. Okay?
So the topic for today.
How much strains we will have?
How much strains we have, boy? How much strains of this coronavirus it have? Just tell me, what you think, Celeste? What you think? How much different strands we gonna have again? It had waves and then strains and.
Yes.
Chika, what you thinking about? What you think about this?
Well,
you saw the video with our police commissioner getting his vaccine from a guy with no gloves.
Okay, no, I didn't see that. I did not see that at all.
Ole, watch that. This thing get out of hand.
I did not see that.
This thing get out of hand.
I really didn't.
Right? What do you think about the new strain that has been now deemed as, the killer strain?
But it is serious because somebody they can have COVID before, right? And now they can't get it once again because it's a different strain, and that's serious. So it's like you're thinking, okay, I had COVID, I developed an immunity, right. And now we have another strain that is now avoiding the antibodies in your body.
So if you're now joining us, it is Real Talk Extra. And we always come with something that that we are going through at this point, and Corona. Yeah. I have dubbed Corona the virus of the century. Yes? And I have some information on some missing persons that all of us know. We have some missing persons that all of us know on Burn Team, and the majority of us know them, and they are missing, and I would, as time goes by, divulge the missing persons that are missing that we know.
I don't know about this. People, as you can see my face is like, who's missing?
Right? So as we enter into the live, Chika has her information, and I think we really need to get out of the misinformation. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the strain at hand is what we call the what?
It's the Brazilian strain.
The Brazilian strain. Yeah?
Now, we want people, to share their experiences. So if it is you were tested positive for COVID, maybe you could share, what kind of symptoms you have. I mean, sometimes people like to hear, okay, how did you overcome it? How did you get better? That kind of thing. So you could feel free to share what your experience is like. What was your experience even getting tested? Because it's only in this week we see that the Brazilian strain has reached Trinidad and Tobago. And what they are saying, it is more contagious. It is passing along, as I said, it's a little bit more deadly. It is attacking, your body, the antibody is not even recognizing it. It's like a hide and seek inside the system.
So what people need to understand is that a virus is looking for a host, right? So I think some of the things that kind of shock me when coming to things that, you see, fear is a very important weapon in this life. And you see, from the moment they started to kind of name storms, back in the day, it's just bad weather, a storm come.
Yeah.
When they start to name storms and give it personality and give it, listen, people, every virus under the sun is just looking for a place to live because it cannot live outside of a host.
Yeah.
Right? So when we demon things, killer strain and attacking and look. The virus itself is trying to find a home. And what happens is that in reality, some of our immune systems, along with underlying issues, because I have yet to see they publish an autopsy from a doctor stating coronavirus killed that person. You always hear somebody died because they had underlying issues or pre-existing issues, and then the virus is the thing that broke the back then of the individual who sadly passed, right? So, message board, Chica.
All right, so we have Celeste. Afternoon, Riri. Celeste saying, in terms of getting tested, testing was easy. However, with the virus, chest pains, headaches, body aches, and problems breathing. Now, the thing with COVID is that it has the symptoms of kind of like basically the regular flu, right? That's the I don't even know if they use the word funny part about it,
yeah.
But that's the reality. It is. It's like the common cold, so that's why they say your immune system. So remember, we had that discussion about the importance of our immune system. Yeah. So
big up Abby from England on the inside. A little miss, but listen, Jazan was on like white on rice.
Yeah.
White on rice. Yeah. So if you're now joining the live, make sure and share this live because we have some information to give to you guys concerning this new strain, the Brazilian strain, and we have some missing persons to to give to you all so that what Chica face every time I say it is like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So I don't know what Lion is talking about.
Don't worry, chicks. We go get to the ins and outs of that just.
So we had various strains before the Brazilian strain. So and of course, so as Lion was saying just now, the virus needs a host, right? The virus really isn't trying to kill us, it's just looking for somewhere to live, right?
That is what it is. It can't survive on a surface.
Yeah.
It has a surface life. It's a certain amount of time, and then it dies.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Right. So just like how we may look for somewhere to live. And as we see history, people may be looking for places to live, and what they do, they may wipe out a certain group just to live in only because they are looking for somewhere to live. People, they might be looking for food. All they're doing is really looking for food, and the only way that they see themselves getting that food is to steal the food, right?
Yep.
So the virus, and as we see, we as a being, we mutate. So the virus mutates as well. So every virus out here mutates.
What's up, Brittany? Brittany, I told you need to be a little more on time. You have Canada moving faster.
Alright.
You have England moving faster than you.
Fast. Right, England is very fast because now we have a voice note.
Brittany sent a voice note.
Hi guys, this is We Talk Live Extra. With this COVID, I had a lot of family that had the COVID, and I've been tested. That was the easy part of it, but I haven't experienced having COVID, obviously. But my auntie, she had COVID. She was sick in bed home for days, and she ended up going into hospital. She's suffering from lungs now, and she has had problems.
Right.
So really, there's a side effect. It's a flu. Yes, the virus is there. It's a flu, obviously, but this vaccine is the virus is a man-made thing in it, obviously. So
So this is England weighing in again. Yes. So Brittany, feel free to send your voice notes. Chica will place in the comment section the number for the voice notes, and we'll get into some information on the WhatsApp. Brittany, send your WhatsApp voice note. Yes?
Right, so I'm sending the WhatsApp number again.
So people, this is your boy and your girl, and we are now dealing with the new strain of the coronavirus, the Brazilian strain. How many strains it had before the Brazilian strain?
All right, so we had strains. The three main strains you're going to hear about is the UK strain, which is the United Kingdom.
Wait, now, we only had a strain name after all, isn't it?
Yes. We will have the South Africa strain, and now we have the Brazilian strain. So those are the three top strains you will hear because it actually is affecting persons. It is being, it's infectious. Many persons are being tested positive for the new strains of these COVID, virus.
So the two strains before this one was?
Well, it would have been the UK strain.
The UK strain.
And the South Africa strain. Right?
Let's send
now,
a whole strain for you, you know?
India as well has a strain, but you're not hearing about it because it didn't infect
Just now. Hold on. Let me get this thing correct, people. This bird team extra, man. This real talk extra. So you're trying to tell me, Chica, we had a UK strain, we had a South African strain, we had an Indian strain that didn't make the grade.
Yeah.
So he get kicked out.
Yeah.
And now we have the Brazilian strain.
Yes. Right? So what happens is that when it is the virus mutates, right, it does not, change how the virus works. But what it does is act in different ways. Right? So Jazan is saying on the message board that the South Africa strain is actually in England right now and it's very high. Yes?
So what is the difference between the South African strain and the...
Right. So what happens with the South African strain? It actually affects it affects mostly the elderly persons. Yes, this is what they are saying.
Oh.
It is not very deadly.
Right.
So persons who are not elderly and persons who have really serious underlying medical conditions, right? So they may have significant underlying medical conditions. So they may have high blood pressure on top of high blood sugar or something, with their cardiovascular system. They will have more significant underlying medical conditions.
So if you're now joining live, it's Real Talk Extra. We are discussing the new and improved virus.
Yeah.
The new and improved virus, they're calling it the Brazilian strain.
Yes, the Brazilian strain.
So Chica's gonna get into some information about this Brazilian strain.
Yes.
Right.
So you have to take my little notes because I'm going to remember everything offhand.
In the comment section, people, feel free to place what are your views on these strains. Do you believe these strains exist, or do you believe it is public relations to keep fear amongst the people? Place in the comment section what you think in your heart. Is these strains existing, or is it smoke?
All right. So yes, right now the Brazilian strain, they are considering it to be the most dangerous. As it mutates, it gets a bit stronger. So this is when the spike protein, which the coronavirus is identified by with the crown shape, right? So that's what is attaching to your bodies. That spike protein it's responsible for attaching itself to your body, right? So the Brazilian variant or strain, right, was found in persons who would have traveled from Brazil to Japan in early January this year, which is 2021.
So the corona have a trade embargo?
Right?
The trade route for...
Yes, so what happened? So persons in Brazil, in the England,
right,
they would have been experiencing, but it's only when it says they did the tests and they realized that there were, different mutations. Right? So what they said, there was 17 identifiable mutations in that strain, that Brazilian strain. So, right, 17.
So we want to take it slow. Chica speaks a bit quickly and she runs in very hard and fast. So what we are gathering is we have 17 differences.
Yes, so they identified 17 mutations in the Brazilian strain.
What a virus does well is adapt. So what we are seeing, and then I will speak, on the missing persons that are dear to our hearts, who most of us in the team family are aware of. But viruses do adapt based on climate, situations, and that is how it goes. And we want to stress people that health, even in the midst of all these different strains and all these different things coming up, we want to stress health first, because it would really come down to how healthy we are and how healthy our immune system is to actually stand against whether it be man-made, machine-made, cyberly made, whoever made it or whatever, or it evolved from zero. We don't have the evidence, so we cannot make any claims. We can only speculate. Yeah? So Chika will take it away.
Yes.
And place in the comment section if you think that these new strains are real or fake. Moving on.
All right. Right. So what is saying that there are 3 spike protein mutations, right? And what it does is it allows the virus to bind more tightly to the human cells, right? So these 3 spike proteins, what it does, it binds more tightly to the human cells.
I'm asking myself, when I hear this first, we're taking it slow because, when I hear this first claim that it binds more tightly, it grips on more tightly to the cell, I am asking myself if the vaccine itself caused the mutation, or I'm asking if the vaccine itself made the virus adapt. You know what I mean? Because it come like you're putting up a wall against a virus and then the virus is now fighting back. So some of us will say it was made in a lab, some of us will say, but once you let it go, it's like a wild animal, even if you create it or you didn't. We don't have evidence and we cannot say, right? But once it's out, it's an organism and organisms adapt. It is now running free. Now, people, make sure in the comment section, please, if you think the new strains are real or fake. Message board.
All right, so we have Trizan saying health is important. I drink ginger, garlic, turmeric, onions, and honey. I don't know. Yeah, well, I don't know if it was turmeric.
Turmeric, yeah.
Turmeric, it maybe had a little spell. I say it's maybe something new that I don't know about. Right, so turmeric, onions, and honey. COVID don't like heat, and she puts a lull at the end.
Big up yourself, Candy Barbara, on the inside. Candy Barbara, the topic for today is the new Brazilian strain. What you think about it?
Yes.
And place in the comment section, do you believe these new strains are real or fake? Your personal view.
Yeah.
Chika reiterated that this new strain binds more tightly to the human cell. That's the first adaptation.
Yes.
The second one.
And the other main thing is that it evades the antibodies. Right?
So it's running faster.
Yeah. So the antibodies don't have time. It's almost like you're trying to play catch.
So this is what the Brazilian team has found and published. So we got our information from the publication from the scientists, the scientific team of Brazil.
Yeah.
And this is what they have now noticed about this particular virus and the strain and the behavior.
Yes, and here's the third
Before
thing.
we go to the third, because I want to touch everything.
Right, okay.
Right, so what happens really is our adaptive immune system creates the antibodies, but our immune system does not want to play friend. Our immune system is search and destroy. So here's what is happening. As Chika says, catch and rescue. So this is what the scientists are hypothesizing, and this is my hypothesis because Chika knows I love these scenarios, right? Very weird. Big up Messima Passad. Much love on the inside. If you're now joining us, it's Real Talk Extra. Share it.
Yes.
Right? So, the virus needs a host. So it gets in you, or whoever it is. Right? And now it realizes that our adaptive immune system wants to kill it. It doesn't want to cohabitate. So this is what the scientists now are saying. It is binding to the cell stronger, so it's grabbing on more. And it is evading. That means it's running away from our antibodies because our body wants to kill it. Our body does not want it with us. And this now is the 2 adaptations. Right, I ain't cutting Chika. Go ahead.
Yes, and the third is that it is also avoiding the immune response to prior strains of the virus. So when it says, they say, well, okay, if it is you get the virus, you build the immunity because that's what the vaccine does. The vaccine is the actual virus where we now get the opportunity to build the immunity without getting the virus itself.
Hopefully.
Right? Hopefully. But it has some is the virus itself, and some of the vaccines is the I want to say inferior, but
right.
it is not the actual virus, right? But it pretends to be the virus. So what happens is that when we get the vaccine, whoever we go to take it, I'm not taking it as yet, right? Until it's mandatory. Right? Until it is mandatory to take it, they say, okay, school's going to reopen, ting. You don't have to wear a mask again. All right. By then, things might settle down and we know the vaccine working for sure.
Hopefully.
Right? But this Brazilian strain,
they're leaving the mask on their face. The mask stayed on for about 4 years.
It is also avoiding the immunity that you would have built for the prior strains. Yeah? So that's 3. It holds on tightly.
Nice. I like how you now start to do it like I said. Good, nice.
Right? 2.
Nice.
It avoids or evades your antibodies.
Yes.
And 3, which is rare because people might say, how somebody gets infected with COVID again? Right? 3, what it does now, it also evades the antibodies that were developed for the immunity for the previous strains.
That is very interesting, I must say. Yeah.
So that is what the Brazilian strain is.
So that is the main
3 things.
Right.
Right? And as earlier we mentioned that they identified 17 mutations in the Brazilian strain. Right? And 3 spike proteins. So those spike proteins are holding on tight only because they are trying to survive, just as we are trying to survive in the environment. The virus is also looking for a place to live.
So in the comment section, feel free.
Say nonsense.
Abby, this thing sounding like a cartoon, eh? Anyway.
And the message board earlier. So Candy Barbara would have said, I think the strains are real. I'm very afraid of them.
So Abby's talking about the vaccine is nonsense. Right? So in reality, and the voice note is coming in from where?
From you know where.
Abby here and watching Real Talk Dive. Rubbish, and full of utter nonsense.
Oh gosh, Abby, tell me.
These people and their variants is rubbish. These doctors that they have taken away their license, that have 30, 40 years of experience under their belt. I've been listening to them, doing my little research. The variant is just like just like the common cold. The reason why people have the common cold is just a little 2-3% tweak difference to the one you had last season. It's no big deal. Your body already recognize it. So because of the little tweak, you may come down with a little runny nose. Some people, rub their nose and they walk away. Some people might lie down for a week.
Yes.
That's just how it goes. But the so-called protein in the vaccine, basically, it modifying your cells or the antibodies who have to only recognize a certain type of virus. So just say it want to recognize A, it will recognize A. But if C and B come in, it wouldn't even bother to look at C and B because it only modified to look at A. Hence the reason why people are going to get sick after taking this vaccine. I've been on a bit of research. People are getting a bit of, knowledge here and there.
So you know how the thing go.
Yes.
So feel free to send your voice notes. Our lines are open. Abby, I find out I should call in at some point. Right? So we have the WhatsApp option. Chika will place in the comment section the WhatsApp number again. Candy Barbara, if you feel to send a voice note, you know where it go. Instead of typing the long thing. Right? So what we see in here, reported by the Brazilian Scientific Research Center, gleaned from their website, is that we have some adaptations in the virus that is making it a bit more, how to put it, smart. This is the smart virus. Is that smart? Yes, Abby, you can call in via WhatsApp as well. Yeah? So you can call in and sit down with us while we're talking, right? Yeah. I know you're there, you go like that. Right.
Yes.
Right, so in the comment section, feel free to let us know what you think about this new strain. Do you even believe that these strains existed? And yes,
we have a call.
From who?
From Jazan.
Hello, this is Jazan from England.
Right, so you could sit down here. Right.
Abby.
Yes. Inside.
And Abby is trying to call
link the
as
call,
well.
link it.
What Abby said, I 100% agree with Abby said, yeah?
Caller number one.
Right? And it's a lot of rubbish.
Yeah.
That's what I call.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yes, Jazan, because really and truly, when we look at what is going on, I mean, from the beginning, it was waves. You didn't see like how it went from waves, first wave, second wave, and then it went into strains.
I was saying to Abby, exactly straight. I said to Abby last night on the phone, why is the hospital not under pressure now? Where's the deaths? What's happened? Where's all that gone? Where's all that?
And
so, you know.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, so Jazan, let me ask. So we can, because Abby was trying to call as well. So what I have to do is actually add Abby to our call. So I'm going to add Abby.
Welcome to Real Talk Extra Call Center. Right? This is our international call center. Welcome to the international call center.
Yes. So
we have Abby and we have Jazan on the line.
At the same time. Hi, Abby.
Yes, Abby. I was saying to them, this nonsense. This is really nonsense because where's the hospital? Where's the next? Where's all that? Where's it gone? It disappeared.
Abby, where's Abby?
I'm here.
Right. So I mean, really and truly, when we look at the scenario taking place right now, where is your thought pattern now? It started off with waves. It had first wave, second wave. I don't know what that means. And now we're hearing strains and variants. At what point we going to say enough is enough with all this excess? Okay? I don't know. Because every 4 months, they change the same story to make us frightened again. Here's a thing I was talking about.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Every 4 months, they get us more afraid. It's strange. And how come we not see no funerals?
In my area where I live.
Hey, baby crying. This is the international call center, people.
Yes.
No, T. I'm on the phone.
We are having really extra today.
This is extra.
Yes, it's extra. So Abby, let's
it's too much.
Yes, Abby, let's hear from Abby now. Abby.
Right, Abby, go on. Listening.
Well, what I've noticed, these countries that have the 4 seasons, every time we enter a new season, hence the reason temperature change, somebody come down with a cold. Spring into summer into autumn, winter, and so forth.
Yes.
Something is and hence where the waves come in.
Right.
So when a season will change into another one, that's a wave. So hence the reason why they call it waves and whatever. And now people are getting aware of what he's talking about. Every time a season change, people do get sick. So now they're talking about variant, that people are more scared and scared.
Yeah. Because to me it's fear. It's a lot of fear more than fact. Right? There's a lot of fear more than fact going on right now. Everybody's afraid. And I think the fear is what is not allowing us to make a decision based on holding the right people accountable. If we have something going on, you need to talk to the public. I remember when this thing now started, we used to hear from the leaders every week.
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on? They're just throwing numbers at us. They're just throwing deaths at us, and we just taking it as if it's face value.
Yes.
Right? So.
Yes. So Jazan, Abby, you all have anything else to add while we are on the call?
Well, I want to say something with this southern head.
Baby
want to say something too.
Baby said everything.
The
It's an international baby.
I know she's screaming. She want attention.
Yes.
They knocked my door to test the door to get the outside. I put it in the bin. I'm not testing it. Put it up my nose.
Yes.
I'm not doing it.
Nice.
You know, and knock back to collect the test, and I haven't done it. I put it in the bin.
Right.
What's all that?
Yeah.
The borders are closed. With the South African train coming now, and if the borders is closed, who travel to South Africa and bring it here?
Exactly.
This is my question.
That is what I want to know, because if we have certain measures in place and people can't move as we're supposed to,
and
a train is leaving Brazil and reaching Trinidad,
How?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Exactly. The borders are not really closed. It's open to certain people.
And that's what it looks like.
It's open to certain people.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And these certain people are now transporting.
Yes.
Right? Well, we'll call that for the International Call Center.
Yes. Abby's saying something there.
Yes, Abby. Hey, the baby. Oh my God, our baby telling us what they talk about the virus.
Oh, you're very naughty. You want to be able to talk like?
Yes.
I want to say something before we come off.
Right.
Abby.
Yes, Abby.
I just want people to be aware. Please do your research before injecting this jab inside you, because apparently these different reactions and reverse whatever they want to say. You have side effects or whatever. Please, the Lord knows, please do a little research before putting this jab nonsense in his system.
Yes.
I'm gone.
All right, love.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye. And that was our first combined international call center. We'll talk extra. This was an extra because, it was really, nice. Big up. Right, so we did hear from the UK, and I think all of us having the same concerns. We had restrictions before.
Yes.
So how this train leave Brazil now and is all, and it leave India and it leave UK, and it, if we were so restricted, why is these things now present? Yeah? So place in the comment section, people, do you believe in these strains? Do you think it really exists? And what are your views on the new Brazilian strain of the coronavirus? Feel free.
Yes, feel free.
Chica, what is your overall view on this new turn page? It's like to me, it's like a real soap opera. There's a good soap opera going on here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So what I think first to begin, by the time, we would have heard of, what are the signs and symptoms of the COVID-19 virus, we will see it is very much similar to the common cold. That's, fact. How can you really tell that you have COVID and, from the common cold? Because just before, they actually said that, we had our first case of COVID in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, before in 2019 itself, it would have had persons that around October, November, getting sick. So we don't know if it was here since then, right? And persons, would have built some type of immunity. They would have overcome whatever it is. As Abby said, some persons, they bounce one time. Some persons may lay in bed for, a week or two.
So people, we have two persons that are missing that we, Chica wash bag.
Well, I'm waiting to hear the two persons.
We have two persons that are missing that we all know. Most of us have known them for a very long time, from since we were born, and now they are missing. And I am asking the public, at large, to try to see how best we could find these two persons.
I'm listening.
So person number one is the flu, and person number two is the common cold. They're missing. All here. You think about this. From the day COVID was introduced, they take the common cold and the flu and they kidnap them, put them in a van and carry them somewhere, and they asking for no ransom. They call away me and they call good. Here's the interesting thing. When last you see somebody really sneeze? Listen, this is really a mind rape at this point because listen to me. Look, we have 2 missing persons. One is the cold and one is the flu. There are statistics in the United States for the amount of persons who have died from the common flu. People have died from the flu since the flu was around every single year. We have statistics, yearly people die from the flu. But you see, the thing is, they don't post it. We have a grand total. It's hundreds of thousands of people die from the common flu every year in the United States alone. And they brought up something called the flu shot, right? So every strain that comes now is just flu-like symptom. So we hear what we do, right? Them boys come and they snatch the common cold and the flu, put a bag over their head, they put them in a trunk. And they carry them away. So and now we bring corona now and saying, how you would know if you had the coronavirus? Flu-like symptoms.
Yeah. So it's identity theft basically. So
all you're gone and replace the common cold and flu and the deaths that... Let me not even go down this road. Chica, as you were saying.
This is what we call identity theft.
Chica.
Yes, because the symptoms, it is the common cold. Because people, they may get fever, they will get diarrhea.
When this slide is over, I want you all just to research or Google deaths yearly submitted from the flu in the United States alone. Not the world, eh? We're talking about confirmed deaths from the flu.
Yeah.
Look at the last 10 years and tell me that is just the United States.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
as Abby rightly said, when the seasons change, the temperatures change. So, people, their bodies are adjusting.
When the season change, the common cold and the flu change. It's the same virus.
Yeah.
It just changed to suit the environment.
Yeah.
And then it suits to change to your adaptive immune system. And then it wants to find a host again.
Yes.
So people, I know there's an extra.
Very interesting missing persons.
We have some missing persons. They was kidnapped last year. The year before the 27th of March when they locked me down.
Well, here for us.
They locked me down at the 27th of March somewhere there, and they took our good friends, the cold and the common flu, and now we can't find them. We can't find them,
And you know what is also very interesting? People asking, so when is COVID going to end, right? People asking that because what happened now too is people are even afraid to even sneeze. That dust might be tickling their nose, and they are afraid to sneeze in public.
Look down.
They are very, very much afraid. Look, even this morning, somebody's temperature could be high just from the hot sun.
Listen.
It have nothing to do with being sick. And now people they really are very afraid because saying okay, temperature 37.5.
Listen, people.
Now you too hot to come in here, and then it causes now what it may cause now.
Listen.
A lot of conflict. Right? Because if somebody even sneeze because he may have sinuses, somebody watch them cut eye. Somebody do so, you watch them cut eye. Do so, you watch them cut eye. Like, do not. So people are afraid to even sneeze. Or even say they have have a little run. It don't mean it.
Listen, people, when a foreign invader or a virus enters your system, right? The first thing your immune system does to try to destroy it is heat. So Jazan mentioned temperature.
Yeah.
So what your immune system does, it raises the temperature of your body as the first instance to try to get destroyed with heat. So that is the first response. So think about this. Everything we do concerning monitoring people for the coronavirus, even in port of entry and different places, you have to take temperature. They kidnap, look. There is no indication by someone's temperature whether they have the coronavirus or the common cold, or just the flu, or that's what it is. So again, I would say false sense of security. I think that what our governments and world leaders should be advocating is good health practices, trying to get our countries to be healthier persons. The healthier we are, the stronger we are. Irregardless what they create or what happens or whatever the situation. So to me, all I'm hearing is sanitize, and the protocols wear your mask.
But nobody not saying, make sure that you eat healthy, make sure
healthy
that you
decisions.
exercise.
Think about this, Abby. One of products that dampen or weaken your immune system is very high processed foods. So instead of putting a ban on these high processed sugars, no, because consuming too much of the processed sugars is going to weaken your immune system. So tell me, if I am a leader, I would look at the things that in my circle or my situation that would be weakening our immune system and put a ban on it, because the people need to be as healthy as possible, and then lower some of the costing of the healthier foods so that people now could get the healthy foods and become healthier. So this is not me bashing nobody. This is not me saying us are Bacchanal Live, I don't do Bacchanal Lives. We bring information and common sense. So if we know that certain food items on the shelf in our grocery right now, presently, our high processed sugary foods lead to a weaker immune system, let us now put a damper on those types of foods, because we want to keep our population healthier. And try to add a subsidy, not free money in your bank account or checks from the government, but a food subsidy on foods that boost the immune system so people can have access to those foods, and that would help us now stand against an invader that we know nothing of. To me, it looks like they do not know anything. I just say, to me, they look like they know nothing. They look like maybe they made a mistake with this thing and it's getting out of hand, because people in high office are, getting the COVID. So now it looks like they're not in control of it. So to me,
and
I would say,
very recently, even this week we had our former president and his daughter, being tested positive for COVID-19.
Some of the most protected people on the earth. Right? So I don't know if it's true or not. I didn't see the paperwork, and to me, I like proof. You see the media and the hearsay, and it just came over the news, and we're supposed to believe that. I'm not taking that. Right? So to me, practical application. We have a virus, whether it come from wherever. Let us now help the population in getting healthier, so that now it would have a better outcome. We'll have less deaths. Let's just say we're trying to minimize the deaths. Let's get the population healthier. Let's do a drive to get the population healthier. Let's add a subsidy to the healthy foods. Let's add rewards to people who live in healthy. Let's now put a hard tax. Tax the high sugar. Tax the high processed food industry. Because those foods weaken your immune system. It has been proven.
Yes.
And now we're trying to promote health in the midst of the virus, in the midst of the craziness. And you know what? People would say, hey, this makes more sense to me. Maybe the fear would be a little less. Message board.
Right. So we have Abby saying, all the people who invented this is only waiting for money. So she's saying it's greed.
Right. Right. There's a lot of things that drive us, maybe power and control, because some of them people have plenty money. So I mean, it's about power, about control. But again, we as people, we still have the power of speech. And instead of, you see, what I've noticed on social media is that people still encouraging the fear, So you get fear on the media, you get fear in the papers, you get fear on the outlets, and then people who have platforms, they come and they push fear too. And then everybody on the live sending angry face and uproar, comments, you know, and then not let us find a solution. People hear what is going on. In reality, think about this. I have noticed that in this pandemic, people have gained weight more than lost weight. Because you know why? Everybody buying all the processed foods because they're home doing nothing. So here what? Think about this. You in your house, you ban the processed food. Don't wait for the government. Right? Don't wait because you ain't got nothing. Right? You in your home, see here what's going on. You see all the sugary thing and all the sugary drinks and all the sugary food, we put in a ban in this house. And we're trying to now adapt healthy food, healthy vibrations, healthy practices, because we do not know what these people coming to do us next. They could make the vaccine mandatory in schools and and then you have no choice. Right? So let us take in front before in front take us. Let us put a ban on the foods in our home that weaken our immune system. All the soda pop, the sweet drink. We know what it is. We know what is the foods. Put a ban on that in your home. Let you be the president and the prime minister of your house. Don't wait for no government to change nothing. We is the presidents and the prime ministers and the kings and the queens of our home. Let us take in front now for you and your family. Let the child cry. You want something sweet? It have fruits. No, chica, let me look practical application. Practical. You're feeling for something sugary? We go in by the fruit stand and we having a ball. Right? Use nature candy. We know it's perfect. But it's far better than the latter. We know it's a GMO, but let me don't fight that. But let me take something a little more organic than more processed.
Yeah.
Right? We're not drinking the sweet drink or the soft drink or the soda pop, whatever let's call it. We're not drinking that. We go in and look for a low calorie or a low something and it go taste kind of alright. Or they drink that for me, please. An alternative.
Yes.
Because you are responsible for you and your home immune system, not the government, not your prime minister, not your president, not your king, not your queen, not no ruler, not the 1%, you.
Yes.
So is your boy Lion.
And a kill chica tree.
And we want to leave you guys on this extra with, you are the president of your home, you are the prime minister of yourself, you are the king, you are the queen.
Yes.
And now, you put a ban on the things and the foods that weaken your immune system. So when they're ready for we can stand up.
Strong. Very strong.
We gone. Yeah.